Hello, my name is Joshua Borja. I use he, him pronouns, and I live in Sydney, Australia. I was diagnosed HIV positive in 2013, and I did the PLDI course in 2018. I guess I knew that understanding what the HIV sector involved required me to get a bit more understanding of what people living with HIV do, especially in leadership positions. So, as well as the fact that I was doing my master's in non-for-profit management, I was prepared to learn about how people living with HIV lead and what lessons I can get from a management perspective. So I was kind of excited, kind of nervous. Part of it was also the fact that I had a few days away from my ex. Might be a good thing, but yeah, I was prepared for a lot of reflection, a lot of learning new things, and I think most importantly, learning much more about who I am as a person living with HIV. I guess my favorite PLDI moment, sure, there was so many things that I took away from the experience, but I guess as the true owl that I am, I really enjoyed the process of reading the letter from a previous PLDI participant and then writing one up for the next set of PLDI people. And I'm sorry if you actually got my letter because it was my handwriting's horrible. So if you couldn't read it, that would be totally my fault. But in saying that, I did enjoy the fact that it felt like we're adding to the collective knowledge and the collective experience that PLDI brought to a lot of people living with HIV. And knowing that other people had gone through the exact same experiences, the exact same learning, and hopefully got the same amount out of it, if not more, and that I'm adding to their experience. Yeah, it's a very powerful moment. Well, PLDI influenced me in so many ways, especially from a personal but also from a professional perspective. As I mentioned earlier, I was completing my Masters of Non-for-Profit Management, which I passed, and now I am working with ASHM, the Australasian Society for Sexual Health Medicine, but primarily within the HIV team. And with PLDI's skills and the knowledge that I gained from being part of the course, a lot of what I do as part of the HIV team is really try and push the whole greater involvement, GPA principles, meaningful involvement of people living with HIV in any of these decisions that the HIV team ever make. And in a sense, it is one of my superpowers, I think. As some of my managers have told me outright, that although I am not working within community, I'm working with clinicians who end up working for community. So I can point out when people are being discriminatory, when people are being stigmatizing, and even within the walls of a clinical non-for-profit organization, I'm making a big difference for community. And yeah, a lot of it, I must say, has stemmed from PLDI. From PLDI, I got my master's, and from my master's, I ended up as a project officer, in a place where I'm one of the few people living with HIV. Yet I know that I'm making a big difference and helping new diagnoses flourish or start to flourish because I'm helping HIV prescribers become more knowledgeable about stigma and discrimination. So working essentially from the inside, yeah, it's pretty amazing how PLDI has unlocked that potential within me. So I guess I say thank you to PLDI.